Anton, where do broken hearts go? Newgrange.
No. I think it's in
Newgrange.
I think it's in Austria.
Oh, diba? Hindi Sagada eh, Newgrange.
Ay, oh, yeah, Sagada. Punta pa naman ako sa Sagada.
Ano to, vlog? Ay! Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Nandito po kami sa Newgrange. Medyo malamig po. Nasa magkano po ba yung bayad ko?
Mayroon palang talent fee.
Vlog yan eh. Ako naman.
Sige.
Baka pwede naman.
Tara na. Ay, tara na pala dyan.
2, 3.
Ay!
Oo pa. Mommy, Daddy, I'm here. See this beautiful place. Oh my gosh, you can't even believe it. Super ganda. Paano si Batman? So, tapos na tayo mag-ayos. So, bababa na tayo dahil sa baba na silang lahat. So, I'm just gonna close the curtain. And hopefully, mamaya pagbalik ko, lilihisin ko yung mga naikalat kong makeup. But, I'm not ready to go. Let's go. Have to wait.
Can you break?
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm sorry, can we wait a little bit?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah.
They are coming over.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Pwede ba ito kayo doon? Para by 7. You have your card.
Di ba si Chelsea? Yeah, trip to... Hey, welcome to Ireland. What's the place? Where we're going?
Uy, 3.6 tayo. Ready your pera. Walang mga abono.
Parang field trip to
Oo.
Bago na tayo. Field trip mo na bago.
Gano'n ba kalayo? How far is it? 10 to 15? 25 euro.
Field trip mo na bago. Euro pa. This is the blip card. Blip card.
Leap card. Oh, Messi.
Ano sa atin? Kapareho ng blip card naman.
Parang beep. This is the leap card. How much is this, Anton?
5 for the card. Then
5 for the card.
top up. Top up. Credit. The physical card 5 euro. Then you can top up at least 10 euro to 60 euro. It depends on you join the club. There you go.
Thank you. Hi. Hi. Hello po. Hi guys.
Live ba yan? Thank you.
Hello po. Opo. May YouTube, po ako vlog.
Marami
Is
pa
this
naman
yours?
ako tag doon.
Thank you so much.
Then we'll...
Without this,
Dami ng baon.
I have a lot of baon.
Magkasama tayo mamaya ha.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Ang lamig.
Yan ang pasig ko.
Anton, how are you, Anton?
Thank you po.
Thank you, teacher.
Flyers po.
Mga damit nyo. Pangharabas talaga sa damit nyo. Very good.
Yung pipila na daw tayo doon.
Baka pa.
Aga pa.
May picnic area doon eh. Hindi ko ikot pa. Medyo nagsikulasyon
Mga
lang doon.
2:15 kami to, ano dyan?
2 o'clock. Baka mag 2 o'clock. 2:15 yun.
Layo ba?
Quarter pa lang.
At least pauna kayo salang doon sa tanong.
Tara. May shuttle.
Sige, enjoy.
Thank you
Thank you
po.
po. Thank you. Ate yan, nakala ko may kasama tayo. Yung tita nyo. Kasama. Siya. Ha? Ah.
Ay, tour guide tayo pagdating daw dun.
Ah. Kanina pa kayo, Ate Yen?
Ay, hindi.
Hi, Ma'am Rose.
Hello. Akala nyo, kung gusto nyo ng ganung ano,
Para ma-video ko kayong lahat.
ano,
Dennis, halika dito.
online nyo na, Beagle. Yung sinend ko sa'yo. Mabilis naman sila sumagot.
Anong bigel, te?
Isend mo sa akin,
Online
Lord.
yung ano niya, yung booking.
Yep. Hi. How are you?
Hindi, sa Google ko siya kausap eh. Google.
Ate Yen, sabi namin kay Anton. Anton, where do broken hearts go? Newgrange.
Ito yung pupuntahan natin
Sagada.
daw. Where do broken hearts go? Ano daw to? Ano nga ba to?
Tourist spot dito.
Tomb siya.
Oh. Where the...
Yan, papasok yata tayo dyan, tapos iikot tayo.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
All courtesy of Kuya Lito.
Lito.
We have a map. Charge hard.
Sige, Ma'am Rose. Sige, Ma'am Rose.
Pipila daw tayo dito.
We have a map.
Pinabati kay nanay ko dyan.
Kamusta ka, Anton? Sabi ko
lang.
kay Lloyd, gayain ka
So,
talaga.
the Newgrange
Sabi ko nga kay Lloyd, pagka hiniwan niya ako
Newgrange was built about
Hello lang
3,000
rin sa girlfriend ko. Queen, nandito na ako sa Newgrange.
Mapapadalang kita, wala pang pera.
Nakalive ba yan? So my family, libre lang po ito. Wala po akong ginastos. Hello po mga kabayan.
For the eco bag. Charot.
Libre lang po lahat to ha. Wala pa akong pera.
Bakit nag-deliver ka na agad?
Baka sabihin nilang dami kong
First
pera.
time ng Pilipino ay nauna sa mga Irish pagdating sa pila. Pag libre talaga, una ang Pilipino.
Dennis, huwag kang manira ng gamit. Dennis.
Uy, ano daw, next
Libre
time
lang to.
Ano, yung may concert daw yung mga Westland. Next time kasi malayo. Next time.
Yung pinagkukonsertan nila.
Madonna.
Yun.
Pinagkukonsertan daw.
Ah, okay. Pero hindi sila
Hindi, dito
magko-concert.
lang.
Hindi, yung parang araneta gano'n. Nakasel.
May castle din daw. Pero
Walang warmer
mahal
doon.
yata yun.
Walang warmer doon. Ang lamig. Open field daw kasi.
Ang lamig ko eh. Ano, wala ka parang email? Ano bang temperature ngayon? 5? 4? 6?
Sana dumating na para
Huwag ka
damay-damay
ma-stress
tayo.
Uy, magdika tayo lahat.
Ano?
Ano to, vlog?
Hi! Hi po sa mga pamilya namin sa Pilipinas. Dito na po kami.
Ma! Ma, di mo na ako papadala ha! Kaya nyo yan! Nakakaluwag naman kayo! Nagtatrabaho na yung dalawa! Kaya ko to! Pang Westlife lang to!
Pwede mo naman i-adjust dyan kasama mo sa harap.
Okay na yan. Oh, sige. Hello subscribers. Ako nga pala si Pelsi. Hindi tayo ngayon sa Santo. Newgrange ba to?
Yes.
Newgrange Park. We're here for the first time. Fart. Fart. I'm taking over the vlog today. Ayan. Hi, good morning. Yeah, we're here. And as you can see, medyo, ano ba to? Luma. Ayan. Wala pang masyadong tao. Ito yung first time na ang mga Pilipino ay nauna sa pila. Ayun sila, oh. Okay. Hindi ko alam kung kukunin na ba ako dito or kung purgatorio na ba to. Ito, nakikita nyo to. Ayan. Maglakad tayo. Sana hindi tayo mawala. I think so naman. Kasi isa lang yung daanan dito. So, ano bang masasabi ko? Chelsea ko na mapanood ito. Edit mong maayos, ha? Ayan. So, basically, we're a week old na here sa saan ba to? Sa Ireland. And actually, it's my first time na mag-ikot-ikot din together with my new friends. So, sana maging solid kaming 20. Tsaka sa mahal ko dyan, Cathy, kung nasaan ka man. Sana mapanood mo tong vlog na to. Sana ba to papunta? Ito guys, yung pupuntahan natin. Hindi ako marunong magawa. First time kong mag-vlog. Si Chelsea kasi ayaw. Pero mukhang exciting yung pupuntahan namin ngayon. Kasi marami siyang mga sites. Saan ba nakatingin dapat? Dito wala. Ayan. Ang first thing na napansin ko pagbaba ko ng airport is that yung usok yung usok ng sobrang lamig. Nakakatuwa kasi first time mangyari sa akin. Tsaka syempre yung mga kasama ko rin siguro. Kasi mostly, everyone din naman is first time dito. Ang ganda pala dito. May mga upuan. Wala pang masyadong tao. Ayan. Saan ba dapat ako dadaan? Ayan, dito. Sayang yung white shoes ko. Parang ayokong dumaan dito. Ayan. So yun. Ano bang pwede ko pang sabihin? Sa Chelsea ayos yung pagkaka-edit ito. Oh, someone is playing. Ayun, nakakatawa sila. Nagigitara sila doon. One of our co-students, nurses, medyo naggigitara. So sana yung iba matuto ding maggitara. Because it's nice to have like hobbies here. Kasi nga syempre malayo tayo sa pamilya. Trying to know some new talents, ganon. Ayan, tinatawag na ako nila. Sila naman daw magpo-vlog. Ayan si Chelsea. Sana i-edit niya ng maayos to.
So, nag-aantay kami ng pila ngayon. 2 o'clock ata or before 2.
Yeah.
Pero, anong oras na ba? 1:30?
It's about 2, exactly 2.
Exactly 2 o'clock. Ay, sama tayo.
Nag-date kasi kayo ni Pasha eh.
Sama yung vlogging spot.
1, 2.
Ang galing ng phone mo.
Yan doon para walang problema sila.
Ticket.
Souvenir yun.
Tinapon mo?
And my colleagues there should show you where to go, okay? Yeah, so just keep going down and through the door of the building. Lovely. Great, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Parang gusto kong kumain kung saan kumain sa dito. Dito malay? Oo. Bakit? Masarap.
Gusto ko ng kanin.
Ako din. Gusto ko ng ano.
Gusto ko namang inasal.
Gusto ko kakanin. Ah, talaga?
Ooh.
Kakanin. Masarap. Gusto ka kumain?
Ano na?
Gusto malay?
Ano no? Kanin lang bilhin namin din.
Ah, kanin lang? Kala ko naman.
Akala ko ulam.
Photograph from Chelsea.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Thank you. Downstairs, cross the bridge.
Yes.
Ate, dalawa na lang.
Ha?
Dalawa na lang yung kulot mo.
Dalawa na lang? Ano ba yan? Hindi nag-stay.
Ako hindi na nakapag-gano'n.
Hindi niya ako napaglaban yung kulot ko.
Hindi ako nakapag-break up. Lipstick na lang.
Ooh.
Ay, sorry girl.
Okay lang. Siguro that was supposed to be a restaurant, no? Whoa.
Wow, nice.
Kaya pala sabi ni Ate Yen, wear extra warm kasi naka-expose ka talaga sa labas. River.
Ayun sa chat niya.
Oh, ito ata yung nakakonect sa D-Hotel, ah. Ang ganda mag-connect sa nature, no? Kung dito ka lang.
Ito ko na-appreciate yung nature.
Kasi ang ganda. Tupa ba yun?
Asan ba?
Ha? Oh my gosh!
Oh my God.
Puro kambing ang nandun sa atin.
Ito, girl. Nakakita na tayo ng tunay ng tupa. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Saan galing ang please, Char?
Oo nga.
Ano to yung park? Parang picnic.
Tignan mo yung ano.
Saan sila? Ba't ang bilis naman nila maglakad?
Parang Baguio lang.
Pibili akong bag lately.
Oo.
Tapos pare-pares tayo. Para tayo mag-i-school lahat.
Oo nga. Para may pabag yung mayor ng school.
May pabag ni Abby.
Sa binili ko sa Shopee ko siya.
Oh my God, ang ganda.
So, paikot tayo. Doon tayo galing kanina. Tapos umikot lang kami.
Sinisipon ka?
Pag ano.
Okay lang.
Bakit ang bilis nilang maglakad?
Meron ba kang limit?
Meron ba tong ano, limit?
Kaya nga eh.
Parang
Pag ako nakakuha ng Irish, di ko na friends.
Kung baka may isa, baka duguin yung ilong ko pag ano.
Tapos ang tawagan namin, Be.
Hi! Subscribe to my channel! Kahit di naman kilala.
di ba nagbibideo-video kasama ko? Sumasama sila.
Mamadali ba sila? Sobrang bilis na ng plaka.
Pick up na nila yung Irish walk. Tayo Filipino walk
Ay,
pa
yun
din.
yung bus. That's me, girl.
Ah, yung bus girl.
This is the bus.
Kaya pala mamadali sila. Paalis na yung bus.
This is the bus.
Going to Newgrange.
How are you folks? How are you? Thank you very much. Hello.
Hi!
Hello.
Okay lang po.
Ang bilis niya maglakad, oy. Ano, ayun na, hindi mo kayo. Anton, kaya lang Anton. Dani, guilt-trip na guilt-trip. Patingin, patingin ang baon, Dani. Girl, puro pagkain to. Ha? Hindi tayo gugutumin. Ay, bayan mo.
Pangalan ng jowa ko, Cathy. Tapos Peter ako. Pangalan ng channel namin, Catheter.
Nurse lang makaka-relate.
Oo.
Hindi kayo makakarinig.
Now, folks, welcome to Newgrange. When you go inside here, the guide will meet you. The guide will take you around. A bus will come back in 1 hour to collect you, and we can meet you just here.
Okay.
Enjoy yourselves. Have a lovely time. And I will go back here.
Maglaking pala tayo.
Now we're going to get everyone together and then your tour will start. And keep it.
Thank you. Meron kaming tourist guide, meron kaming tour guide, pero nag-aantay muna kami. Ika-collect lahat ng tourist, tapos sabay-sabay pupunta. Diba? Yun yung sabi nila.
We're not yet allowed to go.
No. You're supposed to go with the tour guide.
Tour guide. We need a tour guide inside. Because this is a tour.
Because this is a tour. And you are a tourist.
You're so witty.
That's so brilliant.
Hi.
You're all very welcome to Newgrange. My name is John. Now we're going to start the tour outside the monument. You have to follow me up, okay?
Okay.
Wow, parang wallpaper sa desktop.
Oh, yeah.
Ang ganda.
What the heck?
Instagrammable yan. Ito,
Sabi, simulos yan.
Teka, isa-zoom natin. Ito na ba yan?
Ganda. It's like a wallpaper.
Let's proceed. Ang ganda.
You want to get a bit closer, folks? Don't fight. You're all very welcome to Newgrange, but I suppose we should start by giving it its proper name, Brúnaboinne. Now that's the same name that was given to the visitor centre, and if you translate from Irish into English, it means palace or mansion of the Boyne. The Boyne is of course the river you see down below. It's the same river you crossed over by the visitor centre. Now Brúnaboinne has been a very important, very sacred site throughout Irish prehistory, and we know that because it keeps popping up time and time again in Irish folklore and legend. So roughly around 6,000 years ago, a new age arrived in Ireland. Now this was the Neolithic age or the New Stone Age, and it is during this period that we see farming spread across Europe. So for the very first time, people start to clear away the forests, use the land for tillage for the cultivation of crops, along with fishing, hunting and foraging, where you would imagine that life was pretty good indeed. Now the valley we're standing in, if you have a look around, it has what some people would describe as 40 shades of green.
Yeah.
And it boasts to be one of the most fertile valleys in the country. So it makes sense to set up a permanent settlement here, and with these settlements we then start to see a growth in the population. But the Neolithic era was not just responsible for bringing farming to Ireland. It also forwarded new religious beliefs and a spiritual vitality that was gripping Western Europe. How these people expressed those beliefs was by constructing monuments like Newgrange, but more importantly, they decided to embellish these monuments with art. So this is what we call a passage tomb or a passage grave, and that is because it has a passageway. A good start, isn't it?
Yeah.
At the end of that passage is a chamber, and in the case of this structure, the cremated remains of 5 individuals were discovered inside the chamber during excavations. But just because you find human remains inside a building doesn't nor should it automatically make it a tomb. You could walk into nearly every cathedral around the world and inside you would find interred human remains, but we don't call them tombs.
Yeah.
So in case of the larger buildings, Meath, Douth and Newgrange, there are just as many people who believe these structures to be temples as there are who think of them as tombs. Now that is worth keeping in mind, but for the sake of this tour, for the sake of argument, I would continue to refer to them as tombs. And we have another 40 of them here in the Boyne Cemetery. There are 2 of similar size to Newgrange, called Nowth and Douth, and then the remaining 38 are much smaller, and we call these tombs satellite tombs. Now if you look into the field below, you can see a bucket. That is indeed one of these satellite tombs, and it is in what we would say a natural state of disuse. It simply means it hasn't been excavated yet, and it probably won't be for some time because the archaeologists tell us that they would like to leave something for future archaeologists to have a poke about. And if you believe that, you would believe anything. In case you haven't heard, we have no money left. We don't believe that either. Now Newgrange is not the largest of the 3 main monuments, it's the second largest. Nowth is the biggest. Nowth is situated half a mile to the west and has an estimated weight of 250,000 tonnes. Newgrange is the second largest with an estimated weight of 200,000 tonnes. And then Douth, which is situated half a mile to the east, well, Douth has never been extensively excavated. Yet the archaeologists assure me that it weighs either more or less than the other 2. I suppose it could weigh the same as well, couldn't it? That's science. Newgrange is pretty big. 1 acre in size, 11 metres tall, 80 metres in diameter, and it has that estimated weight of 200,000 tonnes. Now, it was built 5,200 years ago. That means it predates the very first pyramid at Giza in Egypt by 500 years, and it's also at least 1,000 years older than the Stonehenge monument at Wiltshire, England. Of course, that is something that we never brag about. Or maybe just every day. Now, the most visually striking aspect of this structure when you look at it first, folks, arguably, is the beautiful white quartz facade. Now, this facade is a reconstruction. During the excavations between 1962 and 1975, which were conducted by Professor Michael J. O'Kelly, he discovered all that quartz lying in front of the tomb. He then began a process that he called backdrafting. That's where he marked where he found all the individual stones, rebuilt the wall in sections, continuously knocking those sections forward until the stones landed where he found them. It's very slow and tedious, and a slightly more complicated process, but apparently it was to determine what angle the wall should be at. But this is a controversial reconstruction. There are lots of archaeologists who believe the quartz was never intended to be a wall. Lots of archaeologists believe the quartz was intended to be a ceremonial footpath that went around the front of the tomb. And of course there are lots of archaeologists who don't know what to believe. But they all agree on one thing. Newgrange, Meath and Douth are composite monuments. Now that means they are monuments made up of materials that were brought from other places. The white quartz comes from the Wicklow Mountains, 90 kilometres to the south of here. The small granite stones that you see dispersed amongst the quartz, they were collected 50 kilometres to the north of here from the most beautiful place on the planet, the foot of the Cooley Mountains. That's where I'm from. The large stones around the base we call kerb stones. There's 97 of them surrounding the structure. They're a grey-green slate called grey wacky. There's over 200 of these stones also used in construction of the passage and the chamber. And although some of them weigh over 12 tonne, they were all quarried 20 kilometres to the east of here at a place called Clogher Head. Now those distances today don't seem too far, but you must remember that this was Ireland before the wheel, before the horse, and it was also 93% covered in dense ancient forest. So perhaps the safest and the easiest way to move the stones would be to use the sea and the river systems. Now we do know that Neolithic people were very good sailors. After all, they had to sail to get to Ireland in the first place. So it seems like a lot of trouble to bring back such a beautiful white stone and then just bury it in front of the tomb. So I'm going with Professor O'Kelly, and I think he got the wall just right. Or maybe I have to say that. You will never know. One thing we do know, however they got the stones here, it took huge drive, determination and motivation. And that is why the archaeologists are convinced there's only one thing could make you do that, and that had to be women. Or was it religion? Some people would argue that was the same thing 5,000 years ago. Now folks, there's one part of this construction that is certainly not original. Can anybody point it out? The stairs, it is of course the stairs. Now it was decided during excavations, if we were to let good people like yourselves visit, we'd have to let you go inside. But we could not have you enter the same way the Neolithic people did, which would be to climb over that beautifully carved stone one by one. So the scoop was taken out and the steps were put in place. Not before for a single second into thinking that this was done. It was done to protect that stone, no other reason. 200,000 visitors every year, we would be stepping over a Neolithic pebble in no time at all. Now the dark stone around the entrance is limestone. Limestone was chosen because it doesn't feature anywhere in the original construction. No mistake, it's been part of the original design. The white quartz and the sea rolled granite boulders have been fixed into place with cement. And that of course is the substance the Neolithic people didn't have. And when you stand inside the chamber in a couple of minutes time, you can see that they didn't need it. We need it because we do not want Newgrange to slip into a natural state of disuse. Certainly not when we're standing in front of it. Now we're going to go directly in front. Gather around the fence, folks. We're going to take a closer look at that carved stone, then we'll go inside. Okay folks, this is K1. Kerb stone 1 of 97, what we more affectionately call this stone the entrance stone, for obvious reasons. And it probably is one of the most photographed stones on the planet. Apart from Mick Jagger maybe. I don't know why I bother, I really don't. Now this is what we call megalithic art. Megalith means big stone, so what you have in effect is art on a big stone. Now we have over 600 of these beautifully carved stones here in the Boyne Valley. And to put that in perspective, well, that's about 2/3 of Western Europe's entire megalithic art collection that we store here. So how lucky are we? Now the symbols you see, spirals, diamonds, zigzags, most of the motifs that you'll see inside are what's known as universal designs. So you would expect to find them on most megalithic structures found around the world that have art on them. But some monuments have unique symbols, and Newgrange is one of them. 3 spirals we see here interwoven together. This is what we quite cleverly call a tri-spiral. Up all night thinking of that, weren't we? And there is only one other stone found to date from the Neolithic period that has this tri-spiral motif on it, and that is inside in the chamber, and you will get a chance to see it when we go inside. Now fortunately or unfortunately, whichever way you choose to see it, far too long has passed, we have lost the ability to interpret any of these symbols correctly. But that never stopped anyone from having a guess. Some people think in relation to the tribe spiral, because it appears again inside, that it must have religious significance. So perhaps you are looking at some kind of trinity. Birth, death and rebirth, a never-ending cycle. Because we do know that Neolithic people believed in an afterlife. How do we know that? You're looking at it. They started to build buildings to put dead people into. You don't build houses for the dead unless you think they live in them, or at least stay in them for a little while. Now folks, before we go inside, we have a few guidelines. There is no photography, no recording whatsoever permitted inside the structure, okay? So if you can, put devices away. Anyone who's carrying a bag, no matter how big or how small it is, you need to take it off your person, carry it in front of you, okay, down by your knees. This will allow you to move freely down the narrow passageway, but more importantly, it will prevent any unnecessary rubbing or scraping of the decorated stones that line the passage. The passageway is narrow, but it will open up into a wide chamber. If we have anybody here who's claustrophobic or afraid of confined spaces, we do encourage you that you try to come in, but come in at the back of the group. Then if you have to leave, you won't have to climb over the rest of us. We are also told that on average, Neolithic people were 4'11" in height. That's about 1.50 m. Now I don't believe that, but if you are taller, you will have to duck in underneath this stone here. If you don't know what height you are, duck anyway. And remember to duck on the way back out, because it will still be there, okay? Now you see that structure above the doorway, that separate entrance? It's what we call the roof box. And it's through that entrance that the sun enters Newgrange during the solar alignment. Now I'm going to talk more about that when we go inside. I'll even demonstrate it when we're inside. But I want you to remember where the roof box is, because its position will change once we are in there.
Okay.
Okay, folks, just line up along here. Right here, okay? Up along here.
Sabi mo ate Yen, ano masasabi mo sa loob?
Ano siya? First time ko na makapasok sa Gangakitid.
As in, nakakatakot yung mga bata. Feeling ko noon na pag pumasok ako, parang isang sigo ko lang. Parang natatakot ako. Pero ang ganda. Ang ganda ng...
Pero nice to know.
Ang ganda ng background, ng history nila, no?
Nice to know na to get to know this kind of ano to? Historical things, diba?
Hindi na pumasok kami sa loob. Bawal kasi mag-picture, mag-video, maglabas ng phone. Pero basically, ang itsura niya sa loob is patong-patong na mga stones and rocks. That is in the shape of a cross. Wow! Amazing. 50 Shades of Green! Yay! Mom, Dad! Easy, Chicky! Nandito na ako sa TV! Hi, TV! Hi, TV! Goodbye, Newgrange. Hintay na ba nila tayo?
Asan yung iba?
Sipon! Sipon! Lamig! Yeah.
Takbo. Takbo. Sabay takbo eh. Walang pila. Tayo na lang inaantay. Oh no! Run! 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 Mas pa yung life! Anton. Uy, saan si Anton? Si Anton. Ayun, nandun si Anton. Saan?
Nito po tayo sa Pasig River. Nakita niyo po medyo malinis na po siya ngayon. Inantay na lang po namin yung ferry. Papunta po kami ngayon sa dulo ng Pasig. Sana samahan niyo kami sa aming journey.
Fake news po yan.
Samahan niyo kami sa aming journey papunta sa Manila. Yorme, salamat sa lobat na.
Hindi, sa'yo yun eh.
Saan ba yun?
Naghanap tayo. Baka nahanap tayo. Ito ba? Ikaw na tawagan. Globe? Oo nga, globe dito.
Inform ako. Karuming ka na.
Saan tayo dumaan kanina? Uy, grabe
Dito.
mahal ng ng globe. Pag-charge niya, no?
Paroming.
Here to Philippines.
Talaga. Ako gusto ko lang siyang i-text-text. Paminsan-minsan, para hindi siya ma-close. Para hindi ma-close yung number. Prepaid.
Diba tayo pasok kanina? Dito tayo makita kanina.
Ayaw nga.
Siya, akala mo ba ano?
Amazing.
Use the force. Akala ko kasi, nag-slide.
Hindi na ako mag-iisip ng push or pull. Automatic na siya.
Galing, no?
Yung parang sa ano, sa hotel, di ba isipin mo, ano ba push or pull?
Sila ka push dito, press eh.
Body,
ano yun? Manual handling.
Hindi ako nag-manual handling.
Tapos na ba kayo?
Hindi pa.
Ay, sabi mo picnic na. Nandiyan na sila. Kumakain na sila. May kanin?
Nakagutom na.
Sinapagod ka.
Yung mga tinidor at kutsara, alam mo, uuwi pa yan sa hotel.
Gagamit pa yan.
Ilagay sa plastic. Tapos clean as you go.
Iba na doon. Nag-itlog mo.
Clean as you go.
Nag-itlog mo yun to. Ba yan? Hindi.
Sinapo mo?
Tapos tingin ka sa taas pagtapon ha.
Nasa sila.
One. Wait lang. Pita ako.
Iina ako dito. Ang dadala ng ba? Oh, may behind the scene, please. Takbo na lang. Pero tingnan natin. Natawa ako eh. Burin mo na nga kaya, tawa ko.
Isa pa, replay. Sige, parang ako budoy.
Kaya nga pangit eh.
Oo pa.
Burin mo na yan, please.
Hindi pwede. Policy in my phone. Hindi pwede.
O sige, okay na ako dyan.
Sabi ni Anto, walang hiya kayo. Samantalang kayo, gusto mo.
Ako nakaisip, ako nag-effort, tapos sa akin pangit.
Hindi, isa pa, Anton. Sige.
Okay na yun, ayoko.
Ay, ano? Ayan na.
So, naantay namin yung sundo namin.
Ayan na siya.
I think he's here.
Sexy! We're so cold!
Tapos lumagpas eh.
Tapos hindi pala sa atin ano. Uy, Peter! Nasa harap na lang ako para ma-vlog ko.
Sige, ikaw na sa harap. Yes!
Hi! It's okay.
Thank you for coming. We're frozen.
Thank you for coming for us. Sa Penny's, taon na lang tayo, no?
Sa Penny's na lang? Maglakad na lang kayo papunta.
Huwag na pala ka rin nabigay. Sa di-hotel na lang, para ano.
Ako na lang maglalakad.
Di-hotel na lang.
Sige, tayong dalawa maglakad na.
Where would you like to go to?
The hotel.
The hotel, no problem.
Sarap na.
hotel. And I must say na na-enjoy ko talaga yung pinuntahan namin today, which is the Newgrange Monument in County Meath, Ireland. So, I hope that you enjoyed today's vlog. Again, this has been Chelsea, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye!